So what's the problem? Bakit nyo nilagay elective ulit? Or how do you, saan ba yung electives nyo dito? Sa chart nyo, anong page? What page?
Wala po dito sa bago naming padala,
They
Mr.
have a new
Chair.
one. So sa new one, wala nang, ano mangyayari doon sa electives na sinulat nyo dati? Sa amin last 2 Mondays ago.
Andun pa rin po yan, Mr. Chair. The electives are still going to be there. Again, the electives will allow them to undertake particular career paths or
Yes. We'll go back to the question of Stella.
Why
Paano
nga?
kung hindi nga siya
The
mag-math
important,
elective
sorry,
sa 11 and
that
12?
is really the main problem. Wala naman kaming issue dito sa gusto nyong gawin. Yun nga lang po, you can completely avoid certain electives and still be called a STEM cluster student. So sa pagsampa mo ng college, mahihirapan na ngayon ang colleges to deal with you. Kasi iba na, customized ang bawat STEM student.
That's good.
Unlike
Now we
today,
know.
pag sinabing STEM ka, alam nilang lahat, ang lahat ng STEM strand students, ito ang tinake na subject. Therefore, fixed yan.
Oo.
Eh ngayon, mahihirapan na po ang colleges. Iba-iba na.
As a engineer, alam mo, sa kanila, 1 sem lang yun eh. Sa college. Sa inyo, 4 na sem eh. Bakit 4 na sem yung GE math ninyo compared to 1 sem sa college? Hindi ba pwede sa grade 12 or somehow na meron sa grade 12 ninyo kaysa GE ulit na math 1 and 2, ipasok niyo na doon as mandatory. Doon na yung trigonometry, whatever, para it covers the concerns of colleges. Pwede ba yun?
Yes, Chair. That was my point. Kasi
Oo.
the general question really, ako, I have no issue dun sa Tech Pro. I'm really happy that tinutukan ninyo ito kasi yun ang issue eh. Pero nagkagulo naman po tayo dun sa academic track. Pasensya na po ha. Tingin ko, yun ang tanong. Bakit ba tayo may academic track? Bakit natin gustong guluhin itong academic track? Okay, yun ang tanong. Anong gusto natin ma-achieve? So obviously, it is to, kasi lahat ng mga batang nasa academic track gustong magkolehiyo. Tama? Okay. So that's why tinatanong ko dati, ano bang issue ngayon? Ang mga batang gusto magkolehiyo, nahihirapan ba silang pumasa sa college entrance exams? Therefore, kailangan natin silang tutukan palalo by reconfiguring all of these subjects. Kasi kung hindi naman po, why the wheel ain't broke? Tama? So yun ang tanong ko. And then, kasi baka naman you don't need to change it, is my point. Di ba po? And then secondly, baka naman nga, yung mga pinipilit natin ituro sa senior high, katulad ng halimbawa trigonometry, eh baka naman po, ipaubayan na lang natin sa college, kung uulitin naman pala nila. Kung lang ha. So, and therefore, baka naman ang pag-reduce ng number of years, eh baka naman doon na lang sa academic track. Mababalik ulit ako doon sa gusto kong i-push, na baka naman, hindi mo kailangan ng sa academic track kasi sa ngayon, 2 years eh, di ba? Baka naman sobra yon, di ba? Baka pwede kang mag-reduce ng number of years sa academic track sa senior high.
Stella?
That's just, sorry.
Naguluhan ako eh. Kasi ang point is, sinasagot naman nila tayo na with integration and they're being able to download all these general subjects, pwedeng mabawasan ang college years from 4 to 3.5 years. Kaya yon. Ang naging concern ako, my concern was when you said that kung walang trigonometry, baka magdagdag. Pero will that happen or that won't happen? Dr. Levy?
Doon lang po sa number of units, halimbawa kung maiiwasan mo yung trigonometry, if they're very good in math already, there are required number of units kasi. So, based on doon sa electives na pipiliin niya, I mean, sorry po. Ayun, so it's the same number of units. So the student will have opportunity to choose what course he or she would want to take. Pwede na siyang mag-gear dun towards dun sa more sa specialization na mas
No, Levy,
Diretsong sagot.
ang concern namin yung college.
Apo.
Kasi kung hindi mag-trigonometry, kung hindi mag-math sa 11 and 12, and then they go to engineering course or an economics course which requires mathematics, will their avoidance of math subjects in 11 and 12 prolong their college years or hindi rin?
No, sir.
It will not
Oh, come on,
prolong.
Dr. Levy. How will that happen? Pasensya na, sir, ha? Kung hindi ka mag-trigonometry, sorry, ha? Imposible naman yata yun. Hindi ka nag-trigonometry. Hindi mo ma-avoid yun. Kailangan mo pagdating ng kolehiyo, mag-trigonometry
Yes,
ka.
ganito na lang. Dr. Levy, kung mag-trigonometry sa 11 and 12, exempted na sila sa trigonometry sa college?
Yes po, pwede po, pwede po.
No,
Pero
no, walang APE. Walang APE.
Ano?
If
Pwede
you
po.
take trigonometry, wala ka ng trigonometry
Wala
sa...
na po. You can go to a better or to a more higher mathematics.
I believe, Chair, that's the system today.
Yes.
Nag-agree na sila. Pati nga UP, nag-agree na. Matigas ang ulo ng UP, pero nag-agree na sila, di ba? Na,
Oh.
yun ang
Yeah.
situation
So
today.
the solution is simple for DepEd now to be able to adjust. Kasi hindi naman, bakit 4 SEMs ang general mathematics, 1 lang sa kanila? So if you're really going to just mirror that, then you should introduce itong for everyone, yung trigonometry. Kasi talaga namang kukunin ng lahat yun. Why not do that? And that's the simplest thing para hindi na humaba.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, clarification lang po. Our core subjects are 2 semesters po. 1 year lang, hindi po 4.
Sa grade 12, anong kukunin nila?
Sa grade 12 po, they can do electives na po.
Puro
Yun yun,
electives lang.
Yes po, Mr. Chair. No more core subjects in grade 12.
Yes. Pero in our bill that passed, may exemption naman to go straight But they need a law
The shortening nga,
Yeah.
maybe lang sinasabi ko I'm throwing it out there,
Yeah.
maybe the shortening can happen sa academic track ng senior high. I mean, the Tech Pro, I'm okay with that kasi you really need fieldwork. Kasi employability naman ang hinahabol, di ba po? So, okay yun na you spend 2 years in senior high for Tech Pro. But for academic track na magka-college ka naman, baka naman you can reduce the 2 to maybe 1 year and then but it depends on, yun na nga, based on your evidence, kung ano yung kasi yun na nga, that's why key, yung ano nangyayari sa bridging program. Kaya kami, pasensya na, babalik tayo doon. Kasi kung ang sinasabi ninyo, sir, na lahat pala na nagpupunta sa kolehiyo, karamihan, nagpe-bridging program pa, ibig sabihin nun, kulang pa talaga yung senior high. Yun naman ang, kaya kami nag-worry. Pero kung hindi naman pala, di ba po? That's why kailangan intindihin ano ba talaga. Baka naman fino-force lang ng SUCs na tanggapin ng mga bata pumunta doon sa bridging program para lang, yun na nga po, yung sinasabi ko, ma-maximize yung budget. When in fact, yung bata, I mean,
Ready na.
either wala namang balak magpunta doon, maybe gusto talaga nilang mag-TVL, pero na-encourage lang sila pumunta doon sa bridging program because nga of that situation.
But, Honorable Stella, would it be possible na yung ginawa na ngayon ng DepEd, in a way, it will help, as confirmed by CHED, pwedeng mabawasan yung 4 years to 3.5. Secondly, kung ang issue lang pala natin is this trigonometry or any subject, at the end of the day, as long as malay down sa kanila na you have to you take the subjects para talaga although hindi pa tayo kompleto ng guidance counseling, ayun, medyo may option na yung learner na kung ito yung gusto mo. Exactly, pero since 12 is medyo free na for electives, yun na lang, at least nabawasan. Hindi katulad ngayon, it's a practice, the bridging programs, it's a practice na ang haba nila. So why don't we want to help the student lessen? And ito, the grade 12, may option na siya. And that's what, secondly, my second question is sa DepEd. Sa bill namin ni Stella at ni Jet, napasa na namin yun, yung after grade 10, you can take an exam para diretso ka na sa first year college. Do you need a law to implement that? Or can DepEd, kahit walang batas, can you do that? Na mag-exam na lang lahat? Kasi ang problema nila by introducing an exam after grade 10, pwede ba? Or grade 11? Para makadiretso sila sa first year college? Can DepEd do that on your own?
But Asek, do you see the point? Kasi ibig sabihin na, just dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi ni Chair. Kasi grade 12 electives, by all intents and purposes, colleges will require you to take the advanced placement exam pa for the student to earn that credit. For all intents and purposes, hindi yan matik. Especially in a situation na clustering at hindi stranding. right? So, dapat pagdating ng grade 11, allowed sila to take the college entrance exam at kung pasado na sila, ay pwede na silang dumiretso ng college. They save 1 year.
Actually, under the past bill, past grade 10, pwede na. After grade 10. Sa amin, grade 10 na, pinsan na namin yun eh. And I think Dr. Fermin, Dr. Elipania confirms na baka pwede nyo pag-isipan yun. Mag-entrance exam. And again, hindi natin tinatanggal ang K to 12 because that is your concern eh. Ayaw nyo mawala ang K to 12, di ba? Because it's some, ewan ko, meron ba may international commitment siguro eh. So hindi natin tinatanggal ang K to 12. Sinasabi lang natin, may option ng bata after grade 10, after grade 11, if he or she thinks na ready na siya at pumasya siya ng entrance exam ng UP at pumayag, then diretso na siya doon. Pwede yun. Can DepEd do that as a policy without a law?
Not sure if I can answer that for certain, but we'll consider that, Mr. Chair. Definitely.
Kasi imposible naman that you'll implement it now, di ba? But do you think it is, kasi kung hindi, we have a law, actually kami pasado eh, but we can refile it. But then kung hindi naman natin kailangan para may flexibility kayo, then yes, hindi nyo tinatanggal ang K to 12. K to 12 will exist because there are certain students who still want to go through 11 and 12. Yes. Pag-usapan pa natin. But anyway.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But ASEC, Janier, pwede bang makonsider ng DepEd yun? I know hindi for this coming.
Consider, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Can I ask lang DepEd? Ched, Dr. Fermin, Dr. Lipanyo, what do you think of that? Of course, kung batas, wala naman choice, Pero would you have any objections to DepEd, if DepEd can do that they have a policy on that matter?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually po, Dr. Lipan and I were talking, meron pong current mechanism ang DepEd to determine if a student can advance or skip a level right now. Yun po yung acceleration. Nagpalit po ba tayo ng proseso sa acceleration as of the moment? Ang curriculum and teaching. Do we still practice acceleration? Because years back, there are people who can skip a level. Apo. Ang naisip lang po namin, kung may mechanism tayo na ganon, and all the criteria or parameters are accounted for naman, baka nga pwede yung early exit at 10th grade as long as nandun yung indicators na kailangan nung bata na yon.
I'll have to check, Mr. Chair, because
Curriculum dito sa DepEd?
we are the curriculum, Mr. Chair.
O grade 10 or 11, kahit if 10 is too young for you, 11. Doon yun yung exit. Kasi electives lang naman ng 12 eh.
Sa electives lang yung grade 12 na i-advance placement mo rin naman to earn it eh.
We have a placement test. It's not an acceleration program per se. And so we administer the test.
What is this placement test?
I ask Director Neil, sir.
Mr. Chair, we have the placement test, meaning if a certain student wala na siya sa basic ed over Asia, he can avail the placement test. Once na may result na pwede na siyang tanggapin ng colleges and universities na na-acquire niya lahat ng competencies in the basic education.
Age requirement?
Kailangan po hindi sila school age.
Oh, that's different.
Apo.
That's different.
Sir, for laggards naman. Naghahabol, in short.
Yes. So if you could do that, or ang basis niyo is yung ALS. Could you take a look? Baka naman pwede. Hindi natin tinatanggal ang K to 12, K to 12 will remain. Because I'm sure marami pa rin gusto mag-11 and 12 simply because baka feeling nila kailangan pa sila mag-aral. Plus if you will make it more fun, at least yung basics lang ma-reinforce sa kanila doon. But may exit, yung sa bill namin, grade 10. Pero sabi nga ni Ma'am Honorable Stella, kahit grade 11 yung gawin yung exit ninyo without a law, kasi anyway, electives na after that eh. Baka pwede nyo i-consider?
We'll consider
look.
that, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Fermin?
Mr. Chair, just an additional item to that. Baka po dapat ang iniisip natin, baka hindi po si DepEd yung mag-a-administer ng test. Si CHED po yan. Kasi po, it's the higher education institution who can make decisions on, okay, for this type of students na medyo accelerated na nga siya, okay, then we will place you immediately to the advanced courses. May ganyan po ngayon. Ang UP meron pong advanced placement test for certain subjects in GE. Nasiskip nyo po yung I don't know kung nagbago yung policy, pero may ganun pong
No,
advanced placement siya.
Chair. Yeah, I mean, I get it that when you reach college, I get it. Pero itong pinag-uusapan natin is yung admission to college eh. So, parang hindi ba DepEd ang magsasabi na this child is now ready to take the college entrance exam. Ibig sabihin, oo, na-fulfill ang competencies ng secondary education and is now ready to move to tertiary education. Parang iba yata yung sinasabi ni Dr. Fermin na at iba yun advanced placement yun pagdating na pag nakasampa ka na sa college. So, kasi di ba like katulad nga kami, di ba, nung iba kasi yung curriculum namin, pero yung sa amin kasi, it's a very simple one, pero nakapag-trigonometry po kami, nakapag-basic economics din kami, meron din kaming basic statistics, di ba? It's a very simple curriculum. Pero, we were college ready at age ranging from 15 to 17. So, yun ang kaya ko tinatanong sa inyo, Chad, in the last hearing, ano bang nagbago sa mundo? Na bakit natin kinailangan itong academic track na dagdag 2 taon? Sobra bang naging mas mahirap? Tumaas ba ang standards ng colleges for global reasons? I mean, let us know. Ano yung ratio kung bakit ang mga magulang ay kailangan magdagdag ng 2 more years of expenses and they delay entry into the labor market for their kids ng 2 years. Mabigat po talaga yon. So explain to us and then only to find out, nagbe-bridge program lang pala sila. So yun ang pinakamasakit sa lahat, Dr. Fermin. Sana po naiintindihan ninyo yung reason. Yung Tech Pro, wag na natin kasi I think that's cut and dried. Maliwanag yung issues doon and yes, talagang kailangan ng 2 years pa doon. But ito yung academic track ang problematic.
Madam Chair, thank you po
Teka,
for...
Dr. Fermin, answer first the first question. Hindi dapat SHED, pero DepEd, because DepEd is the department that will say ready na ang bata, ang learner for college. Yes, hindi naman kayo ang sasalo. So, you proposed kasi na dapat SHED ang magbigay ng exam. But do you agree after thinking about it na tama, DepEd dapat?
Yes, Chair. To a great extent, tama naman po. Ang iniisip lang po namin, meron pong program-specific requirements. Halimbawa po, may competencies na kailangan ng architecture, ang engineering, and so on and so forth. So, pwede po kasi siya maging part ng pinaka-admission exam na i-administer ng university. Halimbawa po, mag-apply ako ng degree program ng biology, for instance. Pwede ko pong lagyan.
Dr. Fermin, that will be up to the individual colleges and
Opo.
universities na.
That's
But
right, Mr.
saying
Chair.
that the learner is already has completed all competencies and
Opo.
makes that learner prepared for college, that is within the sphere of DepEd.
Yes, Chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yung sa inyo, that will be in your... And I assume, magko-consult naman sila
Opo.
nung competencies na required. Di naman, you don't live in a vacuum, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So, now the next queries naman.
Apo. So, where I'm coming from, Mr. Chair, from the analysis that we conducted, we compared jurisdictions na meron pong G component talaga yung higher ed. Baka po magulat kayo sa sasabihin ko, currently po, sa laki ng G component ng higher ed natin, lumalabas po, 42% ng credit structure natin ay GE. So lumalabas, lahat ng graduates natin ng higher ed ay minor in GE. Ganun po siya lumalabas. Bakit? Kasi po, umulit yung configuration ng exit courses natin in the key disciplines dun sa pagkakadisenyo ng higher ed kahit po may college readiness standards. Again, this is a function, Mr. Chair, of agencies not really sitting down and talking about the expectations. Plus the fact that iba po yung nakitang proseso ng mga technical panel. Nabawasan tayo ng X number of units sa G kasi from 63 naging 36 po. Ang naging disposition naman ng mga technical experts, now we could put in the courses we were not able to put in before without without having been able to create a real industry mapping, Honorable Kimbo, of what is really expected pag sumampas sila ng trabaho. So, ang napansin ko po, may mga naipon na subjects in certain disciplines na pwede nang nawala at nag-concentrate lang sila dun sa mas kailangan ngayon as industries have also rapidly changed. An example po is in the IT curriculum. May isa pong programming language doon na hindi na talaga ginagamit ng industriya pero nandun pa rin. So, yung review process po ngayon dapat, kaya nga po ni-reconstitute ng CHED ang mga technical panels, may nakaupong industry specialist para magabayan sila na kapag nireview natin ang curriculum, tanggalin nyo yung hindi natin kailangan. Kaya po tama yung hypothesis natin, dapat talaga hindi siya humaba ng humaba.
I don't know if I actually will get the actual copy. May PIDS study. The PIDS study in fact said that nung nagbawas ng GE subjects, ang ginawa naman ng technical panels nag-add. Ang problema, nung nag-add sila, sumobra naman sila sa international standards. Gusto natin mas matindi. So dinapasan natin yung global standards. That's the PIDS study. Oo eh. Yes. Yes. Pero sabi ng PIDS study, ang ginawa natin, we went over and beyond. But yung sad reality, kahit we went over and beyond, na-congest lang natin, nakawawa talaga yung student. Maraming hindi nakatapos. So, could you get things working? Oh yes, sige, KM.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, just to also share the other findings of the PIDS study. So, kinumpare po nila GE, tapos major courses, pati internships across Europe, US, Australia, ASEAN, Philippines. And the data shows that yung big picture nila is that we are GE heavy, internship light, and also very heavy in terms of all the coursework, pero mababaw in terms of what the knowledge and the skills are after. So ganun siya nangyari. Puro theoretical, puro coursework, walang hands-on training, tapos sobrang daming majors and GEs.
So Dr.
Yes.
Devi,
So yun yung po
Fermin,
kailangan nating ayusin.
wala kayo dati sa technical panels na to. So ngayon lang probably ang reforms na mangyayari. Pero hopefully,
Ginagawa ng
work
CHED,
it na.
Chair. Ginagawa
Alam
ng
mo na.
CHED.
Alam mo na.
Pasensya na po, CHED, ha? Hindi pa yun ang trabaho ninyo.
Bago si Dr. Fermin at Dr. Ipano.
That is the reason for why you exist, Chad. Hindi po ba? Tama, di ba? So sana po.
Can we go now to your
gagawin
second
mo.
issue?
Yes.
Yung second issue na which wala talaga sa agenda today,
Yung bridge.
yung bridge, okay na tayo. Tatanggalin na nila.
Sorry,
Hindi. Wala nang kailangan na bridge. Wala. Ang second issue
tama.
ko yung...
So we are in agreement.
Yeah.
Sa pati si Dr. KM,
Yes.
sa bridging program, ano
Matatanggal siya
opinion
Sige.
curriculum.
ni
So,
Dr. E?
ma'am, just to share, kasi kanina I was reflecting, based on my understanding, unang-una, yung pagkaunawa ko po sa pagpapaliwanag ng DepEd dati, because I've seen this presentation in the past, is wala nang, yung cluster, ma'am, is just the menu of electives. But when you graduate, you are just a senior high school graduate, regardless of what electives you took. So, parang generic SHS graduate ka. To your point, ma'am, may possibility ba na humaba? Posible yun kasi may prerequisite talaga yung ibang courses. And kung hindi yung tinake ng tao kasi hindi natin na-require because nagkaroon ng primacy ang student choice, you can still be required to do it. What is critical, I think, for me, is that the electives be co-formulated by DepEd and CHED. Kasi yung electives na yon, kumbaga, ang kinuha ko is, I don't know, art in the contemporary world. Hindi ko man siya makikredit towards my engineering course, may electives ako. Doon ko siya ikikredit.
Correct.
So, net, hindi naman madadagdagan kung madedesign nila properly yung both electives and possible prerequisites. So, those are the two things. The
And that
prerequisite...
should have been done.
they should do it. Opo, they should do it.
Yeah.
Opo, they should do it. So dapat the electives should consider what prerequisites students might need to take
Yes.
pursuing some college courses that we know naman are the most in demand. Kasi alam naman natin po kung ano yun. Dapat available yun sa menu. Ikalawa, yung electives na ibibigay dapat ng DepEd, dapat may correspondence with the electives that CHED will credit. So
Yes.
that hindi siya madadagdag sa harapan, pwede din siyang ibawas sa likod. Parang ganun po. Yun.
And the option is open.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Last
yes.
question, Promise Chair, in
Meron
relation
pang
to
isang
that.
issue na malaki.
Hindi, pero in relation lang to this, nanganak lang. So tama, di ba? Either magbabawas ka ng panahon sa high school or sa college. So I think we're all in agreement. So ang tanong kasi is, I think the answer to that is sa faculty competence eh. Kasi magbabawas ako sa high school kung yung competence naman talaga ay nasa college. So yun yung akin eh. Pasensya na po ha. Kasi bakit tayo magpipilit ng pagtuturo ng isang elective kung yung pagtuturo ng elective na yan ay nandun naman sa college level, di ba? So yun ang akin. Di ba? Yung magdadagdag tayo ng resources for teacher training sa DepEd. Dagdag budget yon, oras, etc., etc., pahirap sa teachers, ganon. So yun ang dapat pag-isipan, di ba po? Sa inyong pag-uusap, sana critical factor yon doon sa pag-determine kung ano bang ilalagay natin dito sa high school at ano ilalagay natin sa college. Kasi in the end, ganon din naman yon. Kung anong iti-take ng bata sa senior high school, i-advanced placement exam din niya yan sa college eh. So kung hindi siya mag-meet ng standard sa college, pasensya na po, i-retake ng bata. 'Di ba? So dagdag gastos, dagdag panahon. Hindi natin na-manage yung expectations ng pamilya. So, yun yung akin.
Yes. And sir, if I can just